Hello and welcome to the Sound Design with Tommy. These are the learning objectives of the first lesson about learning Ableton Live basics in one song. So general Ableton interface and common operations. We're going to learn and try to navigate through Ableton and learning how to use it, pressing play, pressing stop, and see the two sides of Ableton, the clip view and the timeline view. Then we're going to learn how to write the bass for the song. And to do so, we're using a MIDI track, we're using clips, we're going to create MIDI notes and using a virtual instrument to make the sound that we want. So without further ado, let's start. I'm using Ableton Live 10, you can have 11, it doesn't matter. These are very basic stuff, so it will work in any circumstance. And I'm using all the basic instruments of Live. So when you open Live, you're presented with this situation. And what you want to do is to immediately save it with a name. This is important because when you create and save, then everything that you do in here, saving file, cropping file, bouncing file, consolidate file, they will all be stored automatically in the folder of the song. So the interface is the following. At the top, you have all the macro general controls. Here, there are controls about time. Here, there are controls about playing and stopping or recording, looping. And here we have other controls that tells you the CPU usage, but also the connection with the keyboard, internal keyboard, mapping Ableton to the keys of your keyboard as well for performance, or mapping to MIDI controllers. So this top line is the top one, is the most important one for using efficiently Ableton Live. These windows, you might or might not see them because you need to look at your triangles there. You might want to open it up. So you see in this part, there is the browser. So if I look into the browser, I have helps down there telling me what this thing is about. If I go in every part of the Ableton session, you see that I can have help. So in a way, you're not going to get lost while learning this because you can see you're supported throughout. In this side here, you have all the information of the devices, the plugin that you put on the track, and you can also remove it at the moment if you don't care about it. We have MIDI tracks and two audio tracks. At the moment, we can select these tracks and remove them by pressing delete because we want to work with one. Take in mind that you might have seen the tracks in this view, and this view is another view, which you can toggle by using this. See, I'm doing it right now. And what's this view? This is the called clip view. And this is called the timeline view, where in the clip view, you play with clips. So there are little tools, little loops that you can use at your leisure to create your song. In the timeline view is the usual DAW, so digital audio workstation, where you have your sounds all line up left to right, and the music will play. For our purposes, we're going to want to use the clip view. So we're going to click here or the tab on your keyboard. If you don't know what's the tab, that's a problem, but it's the one above the caps lock. Okay, so we don't need all these tracks. We remove them and we keep one MIDI track. So the view that I like to choose is the clip view. And I would like to choose it with also having the browser open, which is this triangle up here. Here I can search stuff, or I can look at the categories, or even places where you can add your folders. So if you have your favorite sample folders, you can add it here. So you just tell them where it is. And so you can directly look into these folders, which is very, very useful. For our purposes, we need to make the base of the song. This is the first task. And we can start setting up our MIDI track by choosing an instrument. So I'm looking into here, instruments, and you should have the collision package. The collision package, I will take the bass package inside the collision, and I like the Tideful bass. I mean, there's different others, but I would recommend to use this one for our purposes. And you can hear how they sound. So prefer the typhoon bass. So now double click in one of this area. We don't need the record button that automatically has been placed there. We double click there and we automatically create a MIDI clip. This MIDI clip is something that you can move around here. So I can drag and drop it. I can even copy, Command C, Command D and paste it somewhere else. And I can delete it as I just did by selecting it and pressing the delete button. The MIDI clip, whenever you double click on it, something down here appears, which is the clip view. So as I told you before, in the bottom triangle here, it's very useful because you can reveal or not reveal certain other details for working with Ableton. And in this case, I always use it kind of open so that whenever I double click, it shows me the things that I want to see. And then you can also zoom in and out. No, sorry, you can resize the window size in this way to see more whenever you need to work more in focus on certain part, in particular in here. Okay, we are ready now to start writing the notes. You can see here there's a keyboard, MIDI keyboard. If you click on this little icon here, which looks like headphones icon, then you can hear and scroll down to the keyboard how your bass sound. But we need to know what to make for, but we need to know what song we're making. So let's go into our first resource, which you can find at the link below here that I gave you. So look at the song structure. So I'm going to go to the song structure, which is this basically PDF that I've given you. Well, I give you the link to the spreadsheet, but you can also have the PDF as well. In here, you have the song. You can click here and you will be redirected to this video here where you can listen to the song. So let's listen a little bit.
I love my ukulele, I love my ukulele, I love my ukulele, let me down. I play my ukulele, I play my ukulele, I play my ukulele every day.
That's not me.
You can lay me down, let me down, let me down, down, down. You can lay me down, you can lay me down. You can lay me down, let me down, let me down, down, down. You can lay me down, you can lay me down.
Okay, so one of the best songs you ever heard, I suppose. What we want to go is to go back to the spreadsheet and see what this song is all about. Usually when you work in music, you want to create a structure of the song, in particular when you want to record it. And you're lucky that the song has been already written. You don't have to write the song, but you will need to write some arrangements there. I spread out on this spreadsheet all the information that I could think of about this song. Here there are the lyrics, very fabulous lyrics. Then the chords that are used, the bars, how long is actually each section. So the introduction, the verse, the chorus, the verse, the chorus, the verse, the chorus. A little thing that I call the bridge, maybe has another name, but it's an intermission part. And then again, the final chorus. So they're all basically 8 bars each. So very, very simple, easy to understand song. The ukulele is all the way through. As you could hear, the vocals are almost all the way through. What we are going to do is the bass, the glockenspiel, and the percussions into it. So what's the bass of this song? Well, the first thing to do is to listen to it.
I love my
So we have boom, 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 boom. And I'm telling you, they are the notes G, A, C, G, A, C, G, A, C. And so double clicking on our clip, making maybe the view a little larger, we go and we find this G, 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 G. I would suggest to do the G, G1. So from C1, you go all the way up. This is C, D, E, F, G. And what do you do now? Well, we need to write something here. If you do Command B or press this little thingy here, the little pencil there, you find yourself that your cursor of your mouse, whenever you click, it reaches there, it becomes a little pencil. And so then you need to press down, and you see that you have a little note. And then you maybe go to the next area, which is a little brighter in color. So, and then you go to another area, and you go to the area, and you can basically write all the notes that you want. You can also remove the pencil and select all the notes and delete them. How do notes are written there? Well, you need to understand the settings of this window here. So if you right click with your mouse that area, you'll see there are some settings. It says quantize settings. We don't need to use that now. Extract grooves, no. Advanced feature, no way. Crop clip, no now. Set 111 here, nope. None of this is useful for us. What is useful is the grid. The grid is divided in bars, which could be 8 bars, 4 bars, 2 bars, 1 bar. But for us to put the notes into here, we need at least to have value, not of bars, but value of notes. And so let's leave it around 8 notes, so 1, 8. Another feature that we need to check is how long is our clip? Our clip at the moment is 1 in length, which is 1 bar, 1 full bar. So let's draw some notes. If I have the grid at 1/4, when I press my G, A, C, you see that they occupy totally the space of the grid because they are 1/4 notes. And I can put 4, and I made 4 beats in 4 because I have 1 note per beat. But that doesn't mean that I can also do 1/8 notes. So I could do G, G. See that there are 2 notes can fit in the space of 1 because 1/8 is the half of 1/4. In this way, we can create rhythms in our clip. So that's how you write some notes. What we want to do for our song is to create notes that are faster. So let's turn on this thing, which is the click. You notice that the first is different than the other. That tells you when the bar starts. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's basically playing 4 beats per bar. At the speed of 120. And by the way, for this song, we need 118. So you want to click and tap into 118. So let's say that we want to do a note for each of these beats. Tick, tick, tick. It will be bum, 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 bum. Let's see if it works. Start from G from here, then A, C, and you should have this. And guess what? We can also go on the clip and then press this little triangle, which will make it play. Clearly, this is not what we need to aim for, because if we look at the song here again, you see that the notes are much faster.
I love my ukulele.
It's not like it's bum 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 bum. So we need to do a faster note. Bum bum. Let's hear. Nice. The speed is good, but now we need to basically do it again. To do it again, we just want to continue there. So again, exactly, we leave a space of 2 notes and then bum, bum, sorry, bum, bum. Make sure the distance is correct. So now if I play it again by pressing the clip, here we're doing it. So you try and let's hear what you come up with. Recapping the lesson, we learn about the views of Ableton Live, which are the clip view, the one that we're showing now, and the timeline view. We learn about the macro control there, and we actually started using the metronome here. And we also use the time per minute here, the beat per minute settings there. And we also use the pencil tool. So, and then we also use, when we press the when we press the space bar, we also use the play and stop buttons, because that's pressing the space bar will do that. Um, the next thing we learn is how to create a clip. So double clicking in the track creates a clip. And then we learn how to write notes into the clip view, making sure that we start thinking how to choose the best setting of the grid for fulfilling the purposes of our musical idea or composition. And we also placed an instrument in the track, and we chose an instrument from the collection coming with Ableton Live Suite, which is the collision. And we used the preset of a Typhoon bass settings, and we using it as our bass in our song. Last thing, we learned that to turn on the click, you press play, and then you can just simply press the space bar to stop it. I'll see you in the next, and let's hear what if you can make the bass exactly as this one.